All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Throwing is Smith. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down now after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. On first down, it's Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you... Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on second down is Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first and 10, Stafford. Still back there. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lamar Houston in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But
he's got him in, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they will take a knee here. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. Well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we're going to look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
I can't help it. I'm just sitting back in admiration right now. This defense tells everyone that plays against them, you're not beating us running the football. That's who we are. That's what we're about. It's not going to happen. If you're going to beat us, you better pick another way.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back now at Ford Field. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Stafford. Finding Gabriel complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bears take over. A chance for us to look at the Lions defense again. They've played great football so far. Now, can they push this one to overtime? That's the question.
It's almost been a stalemate, hasn't it? And in fact, on the scoreboard is exactly where we are. All even. You don't want to make that mistake now that gives up a big play. I remember doing a game a few years ago. Falcons at Steelers to start the season. It was that type of a game, and it ended on one quick sprint in overtime, and a great defensive effort was wasted at that point.
It got his man complete. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Smith. He's going to take another shot here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now Smith.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to do.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense in a great spot. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds. Forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up in